Hi. Hello, kitty cats, sweet peas, glorious souls, solar souls, lovers, lovelies. So here we are. This, the other video that I just did, hopefully you watched it. If not, go and watch it. Was the introduction to the first folio with Ben Jonson and the King's players, the actors, the people who performed the plays of the one who referred to Shakespeare, who wrote them. And there are 150, how many say? Sonnets. And I'm going to read all the sonnets. Not at once, obviously. Oh my lord. 154 sonetas. And most people don't know what they're about at all. Because if they did, there's something telling. There's an easy way to know if people have read them. Yeah, that is definitely an easy way to know. Because this is just high degree of intelligence, and we haven't seemed to find anyone who has who compares. No one compares to the one who shakes the spear, who was so beloved, so intelligent, so stimulating, so wise. So, Shakespeare's sonnet, and then the dedication. So I'm going to read, maybe I'll read 3. What do you think of that? Yes, 3. How's that? 3. I'll read 3 each time, I think. So like and subscribe, because that's, I'm wanting to get 1,000 subscribers and many millions more, so that I can do live streaming. So please share this video and others, and encourage, invite other people, friends and enemies alike, strangers, dogs, cats, to also like and subscribe my videos, so that once I have 1,000 or more, I can do live streaming for you all. That'd be so fun. So this is the dedication to the only begetter of these ensuing sonnets, Mr. W.H., all happiness, all that eternity promised, by our ever-living poet, wisheth the well-wishing adventurer in setting forth. Did they do it good? Did they do it gorgeously? Well is proper English. I'm going to read it again. To the only begetter of these ensuing sonnets, Mr. W.H., all happiness that eternity promised, by our ever-living poet, wisheth the well-wishing adventurer in setting forth. So, that dedication was not by the author. It is by the printers. So they're dedicating the printing of the author's writing to the author. So 1, sonnet 1. So there are many different types of sonnets, by the way. It's fascinating. Quite fascinating. So we'll go into that. The Italian, yeah. We're just gonna enjoy. We're gonna enjoy and do that another video. So there you go. From fairest queen. I'm tired. I might end up doing this over, but it's kind of fun just to see what comes out, even in the state, because my heart is in it. I want to do it, but it is way past. It is night time. From fairest creatures we desire increase, that thereby beauty's rose might never die. but as the riper should by time decrease. Oh, see, oof, this is, oh, that's what's happening. I wonder. I'm going to see if I can focus. I'm going to just try it. I could start it over, but. From fairest creatures we desire increase, that thereby beauty's rose might never die. But at the riper should by time decease, this his tender air might bear his memory. But thou, contracted to thine own bright eyes, feedest thy light's flame with self-substantial fuel, making a famine where abundance lies, thyself thy foe, to thy sweet self too cruel. Thou that art now the world's fresh ornament, and only herald to the gaudy spring, within thine own bud buriest thy content, and tender churl makest waste in niggarding. Pity the world, or else this glutton be, to eat the world's due by the grave and thee. Lots of contradictions there. Niggarding means to waste. It means to be mean. So waste, making waste and being mean. And tender churl. Churl means to also to be mean and yet tender. So how do you be tenderly mean? So lots of little, stabs and tricks to eat the world's due by the grave and thee. Sonnet 2. When 40 winters shall besiege thy brow, and dig deep trenches in thy beauty's field, thou youth's proud livery, so gazed on now, will be a tattered weed of small worth held. Then, being asked where all thy beauty lies, where all the treasures of thy lusty days, to say within thine own deep sunken eyes, wherein all eating shame and thriftless praise, how much more praise deserved thy beauty's use, if thou couldst answer, this fair child of mine shall sum my count and make my old excuse, proving his beauty by succession thine. This were to be new made when thou art old, and see thy blood warm when thou feelest it cold. So, does our beauty survive us by having a child? Is that where our beauty goes? To the next generation? To the life we beget? To the parasite we bear and expel? To live on its own, dependent on the sun, the moon, the stars, the rain. One more, Sonnet 3. Look in thy glass, and tell the face thou viewest. Now is the time that face should form another, whose fresh repair if now thou not renewest, thou dost beguile the world, unbless some mother. For where is she so fair whose uneared womb disdains the tillage of thy husbandry? Or who is he so fond will be the tomb of his self-love to stop posterity. Thou art thy mother's glass, and she in thee calls back the lovely April of her prime. So thou through windows of thine age shalt see, despite of wrinkles, this thy golden time, if thou live remembered not to be. Die single, and thine image dies with thee. Does it? Does thy image die with thee? If thou is single? If thou is single. All right, to be continued. Like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you'd like me to read something else different, and I'd be happy to. I will consider it. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Good night, and breathe deeply, and invite the love that is inside and out. Invite healing, or invite self-awareness, invite grace, invite awakeness, invite love where you may not have any for yourself. For it is a terrible world when we unleash our pain on it. This is what's happening, and this is why we're in this predicament, and this is why we have ever been in this predicament, ever, as human beings. We have a unique skill to harbor or not to harbor, and to hinder and hurt. And those are the people that are in charge of the world and in places of power because they seek to dominate others. There are people that live to oppress. That is what they wake up to do and what they go to bed to do. And they have no interest in doing really anything else. And so our beautiful earth, our beautiful fellow humans, our beautiful fellow creatures, our fellow waters, our fellow air, our fellow earth, land. Souls cannot be destroyed, spirit cannot be destroyed, but oh my goodness, the creatures that took billions and billions of years to be created. And humans, we have a lot of healing to do, and all we can do is start with ourselves. If we're not doing it ourselves, we can't expect anyone else to do it. We can want them to, but we have to do it. And we have to stand together as well. All right. Bye. There's only one of us here. Good night.